first we have 2 points. Number 1 is relying, and number 2 is expression. Relying is relying on the mind. And so relying on the mind. So here is the root text. These being so, I shall hold and guard my mind well. Without the discipline of guarding the mind, what use are many other disciplines? So this is the number 1 point. Relying on the mind. So that means first Shantideva said, if you do other things like reciting prayers and reciting mantras, whatever we do, prostrations, but if we do not guarding the mind, then whatever we do has not much effective. So there's not good result. So it's kind of like not good. You recite mantra, but and if your mind is wandering through other objects, so then it's not powerful. Whatever you do, prayers, the key factor is to discipline and to control this wild mind. And then next, expression. For expression we have 4 points. Number 1 is how to control the mind. Number 2 is reason why we need to control the mind. The third is the benefit of controlling the mind. And the fourth is, in order to control the mind, we need to engage with mindfulness. So these are the 4 points. So number 1 is how to control the mind. So how to control the mind here in fact, just as I would be attentive and careful of the wound when amidst a bustling, uncontrolled crowd, so I should always guard the wound of my mind when dwelling among harmful people. So there is, for example, if you have some kind of wound and you go to a crowded place, and you must be very careful, with your wound, because during that period you may have apply, alertness and mindful about, I don't want to hurt my wound. So you are very careful when you are just small wound and going in public. You kind of like you applying discipline, alertness, mindfulness. So if that is the case, why should we are not controlling our mind? Because if the mind is not controlled, if the mind is uncontrolled, will be very destructive, not only this life, but it will throw you into the lower realms and things like that. Therefore, why we should not pay attention on controlling the mind, just like your small. And then the second is why we need to control the mind. Reason we need to control the mind is, and I am careful of a wound through fear of being slight hurt. Then why I do not guard the wound of my mind, to fear of being crushed by the mountain of hell. So the reason, so if you are careful about your small wound, so you don't want to hurt your wound, you don't want pain. So you are guiding and you are applying all the discipline, alertness, mindful, then why not you are not paying attention to discipline, control the mind? Because the mind, if the mind is wild, then it will be very destructive and it will send you into the mountain of the hells or whatever, So therefore, it is worthwhile to control the mind. And then next one is how to benefit of discipline on controlling the mind. Should I behave in such way at this, then whether among harmful people or even in the midst of the woman, the steady effort to control myself will not decline. So if you have controlled the mind, discipline the mind, and it will build you powerful mindfulness. So this powerful mindfulness will lead you to the powerful strength and courages of the mind. So when your mind is strengthened and powerful, no matter wherever you go, it will not disturb and decline your mind. If your mind is not strong enough, if your mind is weak, then you lose the energy of the mind. You lose the power of the mind. When the mind loses the power, then negative emotions will control your mind. When the negative control your mind became powerless and no wisdom. Cannot judge, cannot distinguish between right and wrong, good and bad, things like that. So therefore, so this benefit of controlling the mind is when the mind is steady, firm, doesn't matter. No matter where you go, you have peace and happiness. So it is, Shanideva said, that peace and happiness is not outside, it is within inside. So some Indian great masters said, Dharmakirti said, mind does have potential to be developing. It has potential to become stronger and stronger. So it means when we discipline and when we recognize the advantage of discipline the mind, then we will be able to make our mind more powerful. It is so. Then next is, in order to control the mind, we need powerful mindfulness combined. The mindfulness is very important instrument to control the mind. So here in the text, it is better to be without wealth, honor, body, and livelihood, and it is better to let other virtues deteriorate rather than ever to let the virtue of mind decline. So, which is more important? So, wealth, honor just are temporary, and the virtues and all your good qualities, they are not temporary. they are always with us. They are kind of like our best company, our best friend. Whenever you have difficult time, then if you have strengthened and you're thinking about your practice and meditation, it will help you to overcome from different types of mental pain and suffering. So therefore, so in order to do this, what we need is make your mind more, to discipline your mind. We need few things, right? Number one, we need restraining the sense faculties. So number one, we need to restrain the sense faculties. Number two, what we need is acting with introspective alertness. So these two are very important. So restraining the sense faculties does not mean your sense faculties is not functioning. It will function, but making your sense faculty more pure. If you don't know what is going inside your mind, then you don't know when your sensory consciousness are functioning. You don't know which direction they are going, right, wrong, good, bad. So therefore, restraining the sense faculties is very important to discipline the mind. So that means Great Lama Tsongkhapa make 5 points. Number one, what mean do you use to secure or protect them, these sense faculties? Number two, what is that you need to restrain? Number two. Number three, what are you trying to restrain these faculties from doing? And number four is, how do you restrain the sense faculties? And number fifth is, what is the meaning of secure in the context of secure door of the sense faculties? So let me explain what mean do you use to secure or protect these sense faculties? The most important instrument is powerful mindfulness. If you constantly apply powerful mindfulness, be aware, and then you know what's going inside your mind. So this mindfulness, two qualities. Number one, mindfulness, powerful mindfulness have two qualities. Number one quality is constantly, diligently put effort, not let your mind, without guarding, you should guard your mind. Number two is very strong intention with the activities. So this is kind of like, you need these two qualities of the mindfulness. Number one is constantly diligent, not letting your mind without guarding. Number two is very strong, intensive activities. So what's going inside the mind. So here is great Indian master, give example of, this like wild elephants, and also chain and ropes, and also stood to tie elephant to the stood or pillar. So these three analogy, showing that white elephant symbolizing our uncontrolled wild mind. So this is what we need to discipline, to control that wild elephant mind. So in order to control the wild elephant mind, we need to chain or rope, which is like powerful mindfulness. And then you tied this white elephant to the strong stood pillar which symbolizes your virtuous activities. So with these three, you are able to see what your sensory consciousness are doing. So when we talk about sensory consciousness, we have 6, right? Eye, ear, nose, tongue, and mental sensory consciousness. So mental sensory consciousness input. When you, for example, like when you see something beautiful, right? Attractive object or unattractive object, doesn't matter. So your eye sensory consciousness sees something very attractive object, and then your mental consciousness impute it or designate it, impute good or bad, beautiful or ugly, attractive or unattractive. So kind of like this mental consciousness impute when your sensory consciousness see, hear, smell, taste, mental consciousness which associate with the feeling. The feeling will impute or designate it, put extra on that good, bad, attractive, unattractive, then desire, then anger arise, then your mind become like elephant mind, like uncontrolled mind. So when you know how your sensory consciousness are functioning, then when you see the object, then you know how your mind grasps on the object, what quality you are grasping, what characteristic you are grasping. You see very, very clearly like that, then you are able to apply skillful antidote to overcome from this wild elephant mind. But to do this, so this is what we are talking about, that what mean do you use to secure, to protect them, this one, right? Because, so when you apply this mindfulness with the 2 qualities, right? With the diligent, not let them mind down, and then put intensive activities, watching your mind, then you know what your sensories are doing and functioning, and you know what object appears to your mind, how you grasp the object, are you grasping the characteristic of the object or the quality of the object. When the object appears, it appears very clearly, and then you will be able to apply antidote with skillful. Otherwise, when the mind is dominated by afflictive emotions, powerless, because we have no skill, so powerless. And when afflictive emotion arises, no antidote, no skill. So therefore, if you know this, if you apply this mindfulness, then when the mind is dominated by these afflictive emotions, you will be able to direct them to the right path. So that's what we. And whenever we see the object, right? This is what we are talking about. Restraining the sense faculty faculties is the number one point to discipline the mind. It means your sense faculties are functioning with a pure, without attachment and without anger, but you will enjoy with your sensory mind. So that is the point, mindfulness. And so, generally speaking, when we see the object, right? Object, all the characteristic and other qualities, most time appears misconception, not appears correctly. So there are 2 points. For example, when you see 2 points of when we see the object, we are not seeing object clearly because of mistaken grasping on the object. So here, Namatha Gopal said, 2 types of grasping, grasping at quality and grasping at the sign. So grasping at the quality means you see something very beautiful. Whatever you see, you see. And then when you see object, something very attractive, then your mind penetrate and concentrate. And the more you concentrate, that object becomes more clear, vividly appears to your mind. When the object becomes more you concentrate, more you think and penetrate on object, it becomes more and more clear. So that kind of, if the object is attractive, so you think how beautiful this object is, how wonderful it is. So more you penetrate, it becomes more and more, feeling became intense, and then you put extra on top of that, more than the object. So this kind of grasp. So whenever we see the object, it appears something like that. That's a mistaken object. Another is the grasping of at sign. This means it's kind of like memory. You may have memory, something memory, but you don't have to see the object. But your mental memory, grasping. For example, like you never see the object, somebody told, oh, this is a beautiful object. And you are thinking, imagine in your mind. You never see the object, but somebody said, this is a very beautiful object. So you penetrate and concentrate on that object with the imagination, right? Imagine, and it becomes stronger and stronger. And then this is kind of like grasping at the sign. So whenever we see the object, so it appears to our mistaken with these 2 kinds of grasping. So when we control this, you are able to control these sense faculties, like that. So that means we need to apply introspection, right? Introspection is very important, right? Mindfulness, introspection, and conscientiousness. These are very important instruments to discipline the mind. So introspection, so here is the acting with introspective alertness. There are 2 points. Number 1 is foundation about which you act. Number 2 is acting with introspective alertness in regard to the foundation. So introspection, Shantideva and many great masters say, introspection is, we call mind spy or mind guard. Mind spy, constantly watching your mind spy, or mind guard, security guard. If you have security guard, people coming and going, so they checking. Security guard check the people inside, and if dangerous people, security guy will stop. So similarly, introspection is mind spy and mind security. So introspection will help you to close the door. When we talk about this sensory door of the body, speech and mind, so whenever we engage with the sense faculties, we open the three doors, right? Three doors. But if you practice, if you widely open the door, it means no introspection, no mindfulness. Just widely open the door. It's just like something, open your house in the city, you open the door, widely open, and thief, robber comes, steal all your precious things, just widely. But if you close the door, then you protect all your precious things inside your house. So similarly, if we widely open our sensory door without consciousness, without alertness, without mindfulness, then just like that robber and thief coming inside the house, stealing all the precious things. So all this negative mind come inside within you and destroy everything, like pride, jealousy, anger, all these afflictive emotions just coming inside. So it means door close. You need to close your door with this mindfulness, consciousness and introspection. Especially when we are engaging with mindfulness and consciousness, right? We need four points. Basis, right? And basis and certain place, certain time and activities. So what is the basis of mind? What is the basis to control this undisciplined, this elephant mind? Basis is morality. Moral ethic is the foundation. If you have good foundation of morality, right, on the basis of good morality, you will build very good concentration. On the basis of good concentration, you will build very good wisdom. So the morality, concentration, and wisdom. So the base to control your mind is basic is morality. If we talk about morality, like 10 non-virtuous actions of the body, speech and mind. So you have to control your actions of the body and actions of the speech. Actions of the mind, body, and the speech. Like the Indian Master Atisha said, when you're in the public, control your speech. When you're alone, control your mind. When you're in the public, going to the gathering or meeting together, maybe wrong time you may say wrong speech. And this speech will hurt other people, make enemies, and then problem arise. So when you're in the public, so it means much of speech. Wrong time you may say wrong speech. So this will hurt other people, make enemies, and this will cause good quality of the mind. So therefore, the basic number one point is basis, basis which is morality, right? Number two is certain place. If you go to a place where there are, too many people, drinking, people are smoking, you go there, what happened to your mind? No control. So you should not go to a place like this. Not good. Certain place you should not go. Where should you go, where should you not go. If there's gathering, good gathering, no problem. Dharma discussion, people talking good things, of course, no problem. This will help your mind. But if you go to like gathering where there's, like pub or whatever, and people are talking rubbish, what I mean? That's not good for your sensory consciousness. And then we are like a certain time, right? So the certain time means you should know what, certain time you should go there, certain time I shouldn't go there, right? You can't go to your shop all the time, certain time you should go there, So it means time very important for your meditation time, certain time I should do this, I will do this meditation, this like that. And your activities. So your activities is kind of like day and night, using all this introspections, mindfulness and conscientiousness. So with this, so this is what we are talking about. In order to discipline the mind, we need, number one, restraining the sense faculties. So there are 5 methods what mean do you use to secure, protect them, mindfulness. What is that you need to restrain? These sense faculties. And what are you trying to restrain this? You're not trying to shut your sense faculties functioning, but making your sense faculties more pure. So there's sense faculties are functioning, but with pure, no attachment, no emotion or anger, but functioning your sense faculties. And then how to you restrain your faculties with this? How to do this? Because we are so very, very familiar with sense faculties and very, very difficult to control, right? So therefore what we need is skillful, diligent, constantly watching, like spy, this introspection and mind spy, mind guard. We diligently, constantly apply this, and then secure the door of faculties. So that means now your door is closed. So your door closed because of this mindfulness, conscientious introspection. So your door closed. When negative mind arises, you close the door. Means you immediately put your mind to the correct path, right path, virtuous activities. So this is just like, remember I gave you an example of elephant. So white elephant and chain and then stood pillar, So you use mindfulness and you use virtuous activities and you use chain, which is so mindfulness and strong pillar to tie the elephant, which is your meditation object, like that, which is virtuous activities, your meditation object. With this, then it is possible you to control your this this wild elephant mind, because mind is kind of like secret. It is secret because it is internal, secret. So it is secret. We're not seeing like physical object. Physical object manifesting, we see and we distinguish, but mind is secret. We don't, if we lack of applying this, introspection and mindfulness and consciousness, we don't know what's going inside the mind. It is mind, we call it secret. It is secret because it is internal qualities. So it's not manifesting to our sensory. It is kind of like hidden phenomena, hidden phenomena. When the mind is hidden phenomena, then we have to use the reason and use the logic. Remember, hidden phenomena, everybody, if very hidden phenomena, we have to rely on the very authentic person. If scientists said under the ground there is something very precious, we have to rely on this expert scientist because it is hidden phenomena for us. So we have to rely on the very authentic expert person. So similarly, these are, mind is internal secret qualities and we cannot see, right? But we use every day our mind. We use every day. But we're not seeing the mind, right? But we not seeing the mind, but it's always with us. What we need to see the mind, we need just like your face. Your face is all with you. I can't see my face. In order to see my face, I need the mirror, When I'm looking inside the mirror, I will see my face, black or dark. If it is dirty, I will wash my face. So its mind is like mirror, mirror, reflection. All reflection appears to the mind. Right? Appearance, it doesn't matter, all appears to the mind. So if it is like mirror, we need another perspective to see the mind. Another perspective to see the mind is, this is meditation, to build mental power, mental strength. In order to build the mental power, mental strength, we need to constantly apply alertness, consciousness, mindfulness, which I mentioned, two qualities. Mindfulness, diligently, not let them your mind without guarding, is number one point. Number two is intense activities of the mind. So that means whatever you're doing, eating, drinking, sleeping, walking, you use this kind of alertness. Why am I eating? Why am I drinking? What purpose? Like the reason. Why am I walking? Whatever you do, whatever you see, you can use this alertness all the time. So that's kind of like restraining the sense faculties. So this is the 5 methods, which is explained by Lama Tsongkhapa. It's very good to control this wild elephant mind. Thank you.